Pounders, welcome back. Second stream of the day. We're going to switch it up a little bit. Tonight, we're going to hit a BBM 5 draft. If you guys are just joining us, go down, slap the like. If we hit 30 likes on this video, we are going to do a second draft. And maybe we even try bribing you for a third draft. Let's have a night and let's see where it takes us. Right now, we're waiting on 2 people if you want to join the BBM 5 draft with us. If you dare, I should say. If you dare. We have a cold one. We have the Celtics score up on the right as well. We're chilling. Today's a good day. Today's a good day to have a draft. Waiting on one more person for this BBM 5. If you haven't seen it, we are going to be doing a 24-hour live stream. We hit 2K subs as well before NFL kickoff, and we're on pace. Some early hellos. CLM, what's up, my dude? Logan. Stars in the house. Bindi saying he's going to get into a cardio draft. I wonder if he's going to be in this room. Yeah, appreciate you guys coming out. Happy Memorial Day weekend. We got Frank in the 1 spot. Frank does not miss drafts. This man does not miss drafts. Logan in the 4. J-Dubs at 8. What's up, J-Dubs? Okay, cool. Oh, we got a few pounders in here. Nothing crazy. We get the 9 spot. We get the 9 spot. I'm going to be over here just peeking my exposures right now for Bestball Mania. I think it is important to keep track of that and just make sure you're at a place that you're comfortable with. Let's see. Let's change this to... Okay, because I know I'm going to be drafting back here. Let me check Brown. Okay. This will be an AJ Brown share if it's up to us. Let's see if Frank does anything crazy with the 1 spot. Frankie. Yeah, CMC. Okay. It's funny with JJ falling in weekly winners. Brees Hall's catching up to Bijan. Something small to note. And let me actually pull up the database here. After our 2 picks, we'll quickly take a look at who's rising, who's falling right now in the last 24 hours. So we'll check the last week as well. We'll see the biggest rises and fallers this year. Solo in the house. What's up, brother? Grinding. Smooth Creme. What's up? Metal. Damn, just missed it. I don't know if the stream delayed when I went live. If it didn't start with pounders, something messed up. J-Dub's in the house, though. GM, how early is it? Too early for our savior, Tank Bigsby? Honestly, dude, I had a extremely long talk. I call it a talk, not even a debate. We're talking about May, right? We're drafting in May. Right now, we're trying to figure out who has the best chance to be the RB2 in a backfield. It's not rocket science. I was going to say rocket surgery. It's even funnier. It's not rocket surgery, okay? You're going to be wrong a lot. But when you're right, those teams are going to have a significant advantage. And for me, with the coach talk, with the draft capital that Tank Bigsby had in the 3rd round, he looked terrible. He fumbled at the worst times possible. I saw it. He did not pass the eye test, and I'm a big eye test guy. That being said, talking about the 18th round in May, you got to put it in perspective, and he is rising. This is a spot here. This is a spot. A lot of people don't like JT. I'm fine with it, but I'm going to bring in Debo here. I'm going to bring in Deebs. Yeah, 3rd round capital, they don't add anyone. They add Dearness Johnston. Like, also, Dearness Johnson, like, they both averaged 2.6 yards per carry. It was gross all around. There's no way to, like, make it pretty. There really isn't. There really isn't. Yeah, I had a feeling. I'm not sure why. It's not my internet. Internet's good. So the open's going to be jacked up, but who cares? Jacob, thoughts on Herbert and Rashawn and hoping one's moved as a late. I like both of them. Slightly Rashawn over Khalil Herbert. You have Khalil Herbert truthers though. Oh Jesus! What a time! What timing by Nez? Right on the cue of Khalil Herbert. He must have heard that we almost talked bad about him. Nez in the chat. What's up, brother? Best Ball Guy. We're gonna be doing a morning stream with Best Ball Guy at 11:30 a.m. tomorrow. Yeah, we're trying to get some of this late night EV. All right, pass it around. Pass it around. Nez, who do you like right now? I mean, are you taking both Rashawn and Khalil Herbert? Like, if Khalil Herbert's off the board, will you draft Rashawn? Thomas, joining the spoons. Let's go. Appreciate you, dude. Appreciate you big time. We got a little Sam Adams here. Nothing crazy. A little summer ale. Your cousin from Boston. He switched. Oh, Nez, we got to get you on. I need to hear this. I need to hear this from the source, from the direct source. Sam Laporte at 21. That's interesting. Logan getting different here. Although Sam Laporte falls to 28. So I don't even think it's getting different. There it is. Yeah, if we win, we gotta go on a trip. So would you ever take both? I have. I try to think of small advantages, right? Like, if other people aren't doing it, we're talking about a 16th and a 17th, or a 15th and a 16th round guy. I don't think it's the craziest thing to mix in. 2 multi-hour streams in a day. Yeah. Oh, making Levis look like a stamina scrub. Oh, my memes. I mean, not surprising. Not surprising at all. But we're good. I don't have any Laporta. I didn't think he'd fall back. So Logan's going and getting his guys. That's cool. I'm cool with it. I think there's also a big difference between people that are going to be like, oh, I have 150 bullets, right? I'll just get this guy next draft closer to his ADP, versus the people that are like, I'm really high on him. I think he belongs here. I'm only doing 25 of these. It should be a different mindset of how you draft. So I don't mind that. Max Sauce officially in the house. Max Sauce. We got a double RB start from J Dubs. So I'm guessing he wanted DK. Where do we have Kyron in the rankings? We got to pull up the Google Sheets here. We have to pull up the Google Sheets because I think it's further than 33, just in case. He goes TT. We have Kyron at 40. We have T. Higgins ahead, ETN ahead, Hurts, Cup, Lamar. This wouldn't be crazy. This would be leveraging Lamar. I also want Hurts, though. I don't think I get Hurts if I do this. So are we okay with... My question is, are we okay with ETN, basically? Right? And I think the answer to that should be yes. Like, let's stack AJ Brown. if we're okay with both of these clicks. And honestly, if I get one of these four, I'm happy. So give me the stack partner first. Oh dear. Celtics down 17. Losers. Derrick Henry off the board. Gibbs, Marv, Derrick Henry. That's fine. A little piss session from the 11 spot. I like this start. Oh my God. The one spot feels so strong. To be able to get Mike Evans and Jalen Waddle, like play ball. Play ball. Excuse me. Yeah, let's go balance here. Let's go balance build. Here's the other take, right? You have the people that are like, nah, I'm not taking Tank Bigsby. Like, did you see him last year? He fumbled. He sucks. Like, okay, are you taking ETN then? Like, why is he go at pick 40? Like, what side of the coin are you gonna leverage here? Because clearly ETN should be a pretty big riser if everyone has that sort of feels about Tank Bigsby. You have the coach talk though, right? You have the coach talk that, oh, we want to reduce ETN's workload. So he's not getting 20 plus touches a game. That's reasonable. That means we should be at least mixing in Tank Bigsby when you don't have ETN. That's how I see it. And that's how I'm going to attack it. Plus, I mean, he's going to be a riser. I'll pull this up. This is the last 24 hours. Highest. Wicks up 2, JMO up, Bateman up, Herbert, Lockett, Tolbert, Foreman. Singletary's still rising, dude. Where do we have Singletary? We were way ahead of the field to start BBM on Singletary. We still have him at 98. Tank Bigsby. There it is. 0.9. Count it. Let's check the week real quick. Foreman up 11, Wicks, Tolbert, Bateman. These aren't overly surprising. You have good coach talk about JMO in camp. Burton should probably still be going higher. These running backs are all rising. Makes sense. It makes sense. Who are the fallers? Who are the fallers in the last day? Keaton Mitchell, Eckler, TJ Hawk, JJ McCarthy, Jacobs. Where do we have Jacobs now? 44. He's getting closer to where we put him, pretty close to the BBM Open after the first update. ETN down a spot. It's wild. All right, let's have a peek what happened here. So one team to the right has a QB, one has a tight end. This team is definitely wide receiver hungry, something to keep in mind. If there's a receiver here we likely just have to tap it. Dalton Kincaid, Christian Kirk clicks for Frank. That looks strong. He has plenty of stacking options with QBs, even Purdy, T-Law, Tua, Baker. I'm that low on Kyron because of Corum. Yeah. It's not even that I'm like overly high on Corum too. It's that they just seem so close, like player types. They seem so close. It's like they probably want to mix in a running back by committee. So I'm just gonna leverage that with a ton of Corum. I'll take Kyron, but it's gonna be July when I'm getting my Kyron shares. I just have him predicted as a faller, and if it happens, big brain. If it doesn't, small brain, and that's fine. Here it gets ugly, but I think we go Joe Mixon first. And then I'm cool with really one of these. Let's go Joe Mixon first here. We will leverage, again, ETN, we're leveraging T-Law. Joe Mixon, you're leveraging Stroud on week 17. Let's pull up streams. Worthy off the board. That's one of them. I'll be happy with any of these. Dude, I'm taking Marquise off. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. Nice. Give me one of these two. We'll be happy. I mean, if we go Kittle here, we're going to be super behind at receiver, but 81 and 88 isn't the worst ADP. We can go Rice. Okay, we get Calvin. I think that's actually kind of lucky. We get Ridley at ADP. Whoa, almost spilled the beer. Quick hands. Crazy reflexes. Crazy. Yeah, wide receiver does bleed out so fast. That's why I'm saying I think we got lucky with Calvin. If we had to, though, we could double tap on the way back around, and you're getting like Deontay Johnson, Hopkins, Rice, Watson. We grab two of those players, and I think that's fine. Because of the advantage we have at QB and running back, it would still end up being a balanced team. There's so many. I think it's actually pretty easy to recover at receiver. Not that I like zero receiver type builds. We went in receiver to start the draft. How close to 5 through 100 that Hayden Winks has said is mandatory do you stay? You got to restate it. You got to restate the question. Yeah, you saw that? Can we get the replay on that? Put that on the big show? Lad McConkey going off before Rome at 65. Godwin off at 67. White falls to 68. It's a good ADP for White. It's a good ADP for White. He should be going closer to Monty. Oh, let's go. Hot dogs. Hot dogs. $500 in pick'ems today. Congrats, dude. That's a good day, man. 20 BBMs. Turn that into 1.5. Nothing crazy. Reinvest it in some property. Now we're talking. He said that 5 wide receivers through 100 picks in every single winning BBM lineup so far. Yeah. And that sounds about right. I'm surprised every single one, but again, we're talking about 4 years, so it's not overly surprising. It's not overly surprising. Like here, we'll end up with 5 through pick 105 guaranteed. Like, look how many teams have 5 receivers. Like, this team already has 5. This team already has 5. This team has 4. This team has 4. This team has 4. It's the majority of drafters. Now this guy has 5. So I'm not surprised by that stat. This guy has 5. I'm cool with CWAT here. Let's mix it up. I think we mix it up and bring in a little bit of CWAT, especially there's no one else in the range. And okay, we have him in one of our 14 teams. This will be 2. And we'll see what the room wants to do. Preferably, I would like to get Jake Fergie to fall back to us. If not, no worries. I don't mind going running back here as well. We could go Jordan Love. A lot of options in this range, really, as long as you don't need receivers, then you're probably reaching up for Tyler Lockett. And that's probably why you're seeing a rise from Tyler Lockett too, is you have this like dead zone. And it's not even from like bad receivers. It's just because no one is there. There's just no options. Either one of these teams could go tight end. Give me Ferg, please, one time. All right, I already have him once. 2 times. Look at that value on Joe Burrow. Gotta sell it. Gotta sell it. You know you want naked Joe Burrow. No. He wants the RB stack with Jordan Love. Am I seeing that right? Okay. Fergie Ferg. I like this. Fergie Ferg after ADP. I feel like I never get Ferguson in the Pounders draft, so this feels really good. Feels really good. Damn, Lad feels like one of the worst top 100 picks. I don't hate his ADP. His ADP is not 65. 69. It's I will say it's getting up there when you can get Keenan Allen pretty late. He's basically Keenan Allen, but what you would think of is like less opportunity, right? Like Keenan Allen has less opportunity on Chicago. Obviously, Keenan Allen is a Hall of Fame player. Lad's a rookie entering a team that probably wants to run the ball. So that price difference feels like it should be more. I guess it is. Keenan Allen fell in this draft. It's about 16 picks. That sounds about right. This is so true. He's still rising. I could see Lad going up to like 63, 62. Good camp news, good connection with Herbert. Like you're getting the news out of camp that rises a player. So if you don't like him, but you still want to have shares, you probably grab him now. Alex says I'm low-key high on where Lad goes. And you're going to have this community that is just completely split on this player. I'm mixing him in. I'm not hard focusing where he goes. Let me actually peek because he was someone that we were touting to draft early. Keon Coleman, same thing. 14%. And this is an interesting spot of the draft where it's like, okay, can we skip? Like, can we skip this tier and just do something else? Ooh, that's nice. If I hit full screen, then you can't see the monies. Learned something new today on stream. Just took a few beers, that's all. Took a couple beers. This spot's gross. Not going to lie. Bowers, we stop at 2 tight ends. We pick again in 6 picks. We could go Brian Robinson here too. Let's go B-Rob. Let's go B-Rob. I think there is a drop-off at RB after B-Rob's off. And if Bowers doesn't come back to us, we always have the stack with Goddard. Or we can go a player like Shaheed, who I'm fine with bringing in here. Even Khalil Shakir is mysterious. I will say he's someone that I don't want to be under 8%, or if it is, I don't want to be too far under 8%. Because all the talk is the team believes in him. And they sort of show that by bringing in Curtis Samuel. Ooh, interesting. Okay. So Shaheed, let me make sure. Okay. We can stop at 2 tight ends here. This will save a roster spot on the back end. And we're good. We're pretty balanced. I mean, we have to double tap receiver on the way back around. We're basically forced to double tap receiver on the way back around. And that's fine. There's a lot of players I like in this range, and there's a lot of players I hate and won't click. So all right, so we have Philly playing Dallas. So Brandon Cooks becomes a target for us. We already have Ferguson, which is nice for that game stack. I wouldn't mind one of these two running backs. Again, this is far-fetched that they come back to us. And then we're looking at probably two of these guys. If we get Chase or Spears, we almost could stop at 4 RBs. It would definitely be stopping at 5. Let's see what happens. We're obviously behind it at receiver. Tua off the board at 118 to the Tyreek Hill team. What are your guys' thoughts on Rice? Like, if he gets the suspension, has the field fully baked that in? Like, I know the field thinks he's being suspended. That's why he fell to where he is now. But when the news actually hits, if it hits, where does he fall to? Because just that red player note affects ADP. Ooh, Palmer and Josh Downs off the board. Both pounders. Probably rocking the CSV. That is sort of painful for us. I'm not a Judy guy. Do we turn into a Judy guy here? It opens up Deshaun Watson for us too. Although I don't mind targeting Levis. I think if Tajay's there, we just go Tajay. We don't try to reinvent the wheel. These guys both need running backs. I don't see Tajay being there, but he goes Cooks anyways. Okay, so this is interesting. Let's bring in Tajay Spears, a little mini with Ridley. Didn't plan on getting an RB that we wanted, but 10 picks after ADP, little mini stack with Ridley. We have to. This is going to be a 9 wide receiver team. I mean, the competition isn't like, it isn't crazy. It's not crazy. If anything, isn't Worthy going to spread the field in a better way for Rice underneath? Kelsey, another year older. Let's lean into Leggett here, being a good rookie. Yeah, receiver falls off so fast. We need a little bit of luck to come back to us. If you were drafting during the big board, Rashee Rice was being drafted at like the 2-3 turn. He was in this range of like 27. So, sure, if people thought he wasn't a good value there, like you would fade him. But if he came to you at 37, almost everyone was clicking him at 37. So he's attached to a high-powered offense. I mean, he scored a touchdown in his first rookie game. It's just the team hasn't improved that much, in my opinion. Like Marquise Brown, I think Marquise Brown's dust at this point. Now he's attached to an elite offense, and then Rice being hurt, potentially being suspended does help Kelsey. It does help Worthy establish a bigger role early, and it does help Marquise Brown and Kadarius Toney. Yeah, but so this is a stat that I think is a little, you have to look more into it because of the snaps he was playing at the beginning of the season. If you just say, oh, he was fantasy points per game, right, but he was playing 30% of snaps to start the season. Near the end of the season, he was playing 70% plus. So redo that stat when he hit about 70%. You'll have a better number. That's where statistics can be hurtful in a way. If you're not looking at all angles of the statistic, we can easily just spew stats and be like, oh, this is bad because of this, but there's usually two stories that can be told. My bad asking again. No, you're good. Are you 1 and 1? I had to step away from the PC. What do you mean 1 and 1? Jesus. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely character issues, but I don't know how much that is going to impact his playing time once he's cleared. Dude, are we just going to scoop naked Justin Herbert here? No, we can't. It's a bye week 5. Tragic. And we can't anyways. We get Roman Wilson to fall to us. It was basically exactly who I wanted. We're good at tight end too. So we're saving a roster spot here. We're stopping at 5 running backs. We're stopping at 2 QBs. So it's going to be a 9 receiver team. We are going to be doing a second draft if we hit 35 likes. 35. I think that's what I said at the beginning. How many are we at? I know we're close. 19. Yeah, you guys got it. You guys got it. We'll pin it. 305 I wrote. Okay, let's try. All right. That was a little high. I shot the bar a little high here. That's hilarious. We'll pin it. Mims off the board? Oh, man, 3 rookies in a row is kind of gross in my opinion, but do we just it opens up another QB too. Let's do it. Let's test our luck with this team. We're leaning into some of these late rookies. Potential wide receiver 2 on the team. Potential wide receiver 2. I mean, Deontay Johnson, you have to think, is going to take the majority of the first looks in this offense. And then Troy Franklin, there's plenty of target competition, but I don't mind it because it opens up Bo Nix late. Are you guys worried about this? This is kind of a troll question in a way. Are you guys worried about Zach Wilson in Denver? Maybe starting the season? I need to get the reaction here. Carolina plays Tampa Bay in Arizona. Let's see Denver. Denver plays Cincy and the Chargers. Not going to have anything there. Gibson's not coming back to us. Don't even play. Damn, Zay Jones off the board early. Was hoping to get Zay Jones. The Pounders are putting me in a tough spot here. Antonio Gibson feels like a good click in this range. As the 4th running back too, that's clean. Yeah, we had to lean into some of the rookies in this one. We needed to mix it up. Damn, Levis off the board punished me. He punished me with D Hop. See, that's one of those things that maybe we should have looked ahead, but are we really gonna go Levis at 160? No, I can't. Looking back, Goddard probably should have been a receiver. I'm man enough to admit it. The correlation trap. I mean, if we get Rodgers 25 picks after ADP, I'm just going to use him as an advance piece. Strictly just an advance rate piece. Don't care if it's correlated or not. 25 picks after ADP. I'll bring in Alan Lazard late to make the crowd happy. Oh man. Oh man. Get a couple beers with me and we get crazy fast. We get crazy fast. Get 35 likes, see a couple more beers? Who knows? Yeah. You should see where we have him ranked. Should see where we have him ranked. Who took? I bet it was a pounder that got. Yeah, J Dubs got Brandon Cooks at 128. We have him at 126. We're on the clock, but who cares? Yeah, his ADP's actually skyrocketed. This is sort of gross. Do we just go Michael Wilson here? I think so. Let's bring in Michael Wilson, 13 picks after ADP at 184. We need someone that also has played football before in the NFL to finish these drafts. It's tough to just keep selecting rookies here. Demario Douglas also might have been an okay prototype for this team, more of a floor type player. Maybe get these rookies a role. But yeah, Michael Wilson, 13 picks after. That's where I'll start to sprinkle him in with this too. I'm not super high on Michael Wilson. Oh man, since February, that 2-week break, we all thought it was a 2-week break before the Super Bowl, and they dropped the big board. that was crazy. Getting into the rookies that fast was insane. And I'll pull up my exposures for the big board. I think it's important to be transparent about this stuff too as a content creator. Let's do this. Where's the F key? There it is. We found it. Burton was a 20th round click. Waddle rose from like the early 40s. Mooney was a 20th round click, not being clicked. Roman Wilson was super late. Malik, he got a good landing spot, and then they added Odell. So it'll probably delay his early season production. Still mixing him in a little bit with my Tua stacks though. Ricky probably needs an injury to get there. But yeah, San Fran's just so stacked. McConkey, McMillan. So we definitely hit on a lot of these rookies, and we got lucky with the landing spots of these free agents too, in Mooney and Curtis Samuel. Because if you remember, Curtis Samuel was going by Zay Jones. And Curtis Samuel went from being next to Zay Jones at like 177 to where he is now. It's ridiculous. What a landing spot. Keep Mitchell off the board. Here, we probably just go DJ Chark. Just hope to get a couple spikes. Now, if we weren't sniped on Levis, would we bring in Tyler Boyd here as like another floor play? Not sure. Not sure if we would do that. How many likes are we at? Tell me we got there. We're 5 likes away from doing another draft. Guaranteed. I'm not even worried about it. I'm about to get another beer. Yeah, this was such a fun contest. Here's the here's the just every position involved. Algier was my highest owned at 28. Gibson hit a pretty good landing spot in my opinion. He was going in the 200s. Kendre, Burton, T-Law. Ingram was going way too late. Pitts is down here somewhere too. Pitts is my 4th highest. Obviously Bauer's rip, but what do we think? Do we bring the Clyde click to town? Go Evan Hull as well, but week 14, we'd be leaning in on ETN and Spears. It's not the worst. Garendo. For me, it's between one of these two. Let's go Clyde here. It'll be my first share of Clyde. Feels gross. Good thing I have a couple beers, kind of ease the pain of that click there, because it's tough. It's tough. 4 more. Get the spoons out quick. Get the spoons out. So here's the team. For the listeners, Jalen Hurts, Rodgers completely naked under a blanket, 25 picks after ADP, just strictly an advanced rate piece. ETN, Joe Mixon, B. Rob, Tajay Spears, and Clyde. I think the RB room's strong. I think Hurts and Rodgers is a pretty good pairing, especially getting Rodgers for basically free here. Receivers is where it's like, okay, we have to tell a story. We have to sell this to the crowd. AJ Brown, Debo, Ridley, Watson, Leggett, Roman Wilson, Troy Franklin, Michael Wilson, and DJ Chark. We definitely need 2 of these 5 to hit. If 2 of these 5 hit, I'm okay with it. Even if one of these 3 hit and these guys just have a couple random spikes throughout the year, I think it's fine. And obviously Seawatt's hamstring not exploding. That's probably the toughest bet of all of that. Yeah, we hit 36. We're firing up another one. We are going to cover the drafts for the Pounders in the live stream. King of Kings, Logan, and J-Dubs before we jump into another. Let's go. Parker Washington mixing it in. Respect. What do I have him ranked? I have him at 216, I think. Excuse me. We have him at I think like 212. Next to Evan Hull. He's in the top 216. Frank with Purdy and T-Law, I like this pairing a lot. CMC, Stevenson, Connor, I like this RB room, man. I think this is a really job well done. Evans, Waddle, Kirk, Palmer, Mooney, Burton, McCaffrey, Douglas, and Juwan Jennings. Okay, getting that late stack there. Yeah, maybe Ricky Pearsall doesn't work out, and Juwan, they still trust him. Now, Palmer is the 4th receiver, might be tough, and this is why. Okay, he's winning tight end. I was gonna say Palmer's the 4th receiver. He's winning tight end with Kincaid and Kittle. RBs are strong. QBs are relatively strong with his 2 middle round QBs, and then receivers. I think Palmer could still have a good floor. Kirk could still have a good floor. Waddle should have a pretty good floor, and Evans as your spike week guy. It's a fun team. It's definitely a fun team. It's a different draft. I always feel a little more iffy about my teams personally when I am the weakest at wide receiver over the other 3 positions, but you could tell a story to me where this could succeed. Logan at the 4 spot with A-Rich and Levis. Snipe. Pacheco, Aaron Jones, Singletary, Nick Chubb, and Ray Davis. I like this too. Let's go, Logue. Oh my. Chase, Pittman, D-Hop, Lockett, Downs, Pearsall, Zay Jones, A.T. Perry, and Boyd. Pittman. Okay. Does Boyd spike into this lineup? He's got the double stack. All right, I see it. Laporta and Fant. I like that pairing. That's sick. Really good draft from Logan there. Redemption from that weekly winners draft earlier, I think. J-Dubs in the 8 spot with Burrow and Herbert at 152. And he gets Burrow at 89. Oh my QB value. Holy smokes. Dude, J-Dubs. Got to get some spoons out for J-Dubs. That's crazy. Brees Hall, Barkley, Elliott, Dobbins, Rashawn, and Estime. I'm cool with the RB room. Higgins, Tank, Jalen Reed, Lad McConkey, Cortland Sutton. He has his 5 receivers basically by pick 100. Goes Mike Williams, Brandon Cooks, Parker Washington, Evan Ingram, and Henry. That's a sick team. God damn. That's strong. Strong draft. All right. We're doing it. We're jumping into another one. Cold turkey. Going right in. We have 3 to go. I'm going to grab another beer. Don't go away. Actually, instead, subscribe. Hit the like. Hit the bell for notifications. Ain't no way we're missing our pick. Good try. Wabi in the 6th spot. Who else do we have? Dude, Frank finally missed one. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's go, Frank. CLN's in here at 5. If you snuck into this room and I have not mentioned your name, let me know where you're at. Dude, Adam. Adam goes, 45 viewers. Holy Pat, we made it. That's funny. Let's stick to our take here. We're going to go Garrett Wilson over Puka. Marv off the board before Puka. That's spice. T Pete, what's up, dude? Here we go. You too, man. Drafting, drinking beers. Pretty good day. pretty good day. All right, what do we set the like goal at for another? We'll set it early. This way it doesn't have to be a come from behind win for the home crowd. Let's go in here. Let's give a quick little refresh. Damn, at 40, you guys are killing it. All right, we're gonna be generous. All right, we'll do another one at 60. That's 20. I would have loved London. Let's go Barkley. I don't have too much Barkley. Let's build this out as the leverage Jalen Hurts team for week 17. Debo goes off at 16. Getting a lot of these pick 9, pick 10 in BBM right now. It's so gross. So let's do something a little different. I'm here for this, participating or not. Love seeing the picks. Yeah, I try my best to make balanced teams, right? And more often than not, the balanced teams, you're at the very least, you're able to scoop a falling value, right? Anytime one comes to you, if your team's balanced, you can do that. If you put yourself in a situation where you start a draft off double RB, it doesn't matter if freaking A-Chan comes back to you at 34. It's like, God damn. You put your back against the wall. So you'll notice in my streams, I just try to draft balanced teams and then add upside, add correlation on top of that. Making burners. See, burners don't help the algo though. We need humans. We need the 49 people watching on the Twitter machine to jump over to YouTube, hit the link, hit the sub, hit the bell for notifications. That's how we get the third draft in tonight, and a third beer, or fourth or fifth. JT falls to 19 here to go with Amon-Ra to Wabi. CLN starts JJ and Devontae Adams. And I'm over here on the back of the board again with Garrett Wilson and Barkley, and we're good with it. We are so good with this. We're going to turn this one into a monster. 8 picks away. I'm sad that it's been a while since I've been able to draft like Jalen Waddle, just because I'm not getting these early picks. I want that Waddle exposure to be juicy. He goes at 23 here. And I have him at 22. A little bit of spice. We've had him there for quite a while. H-Chan off the board at 26. Kyron falls to 25. That ADP continues to take little hits in every room. Neighbors at 28. I have Neighbors at 31. I've had him there basically from the start of BBM, and he opened. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong. I think he opened in the early 20s, like 22, 23. He has been trickling down. Where the hell, where's Devonta Smith's ADP, bro? Pick 30. I guess you can't get him on the back of the draft here, so it's fine. Let's go Tank Dell. We'll bring in Tank Dell here and hopefully T. Higgins. Pickens is expensive. I guess if T. Higgins is gone, we could mix in Pickens here. Again, his ceiling's awesome. We saw it a few times last year. He can change a slate. So he's not someone I want to be super underweight on, even if he is a bad value in the range. We should be getting T. Higgins here. All right, I'm cool with the start. The question is, do we get Stroud to fall back to us to 58, which is largely possible. It has to get by the Nico drafter here at 45 and 52. And it has to get by the Diggs drafter, who shouldn't be able to go QB with the double RB start, but we'll see what they do, especially not picking for until 72. We'll see what they do, though. Yeah, Wabi says I'm low exposure to neighbors because of his ADP. He has a few spots to go, but he's getting closer to where I'm starting to mix him in now. Yeah. Dude, the ping pong effect of these guys leaving the field injured last year was insane. I've been trying to pull Waddle to mid second sometimes. I rip 50 slow palms. Are you going off ranks and then just like setting your limits, your position limits, or are you actually drafting all 50 slows? I know Vinny likes to join like 50 at a time, but those are probably fast drafts, and he rips those as auto drafts, just with limits and rankings. I'm actually drafting because I'm a degenerate. It's okay. It's okay. We're drafting in May, so we were drafting in February. Value hounding. I'm sort of reaching up and getting my guys in this one. We dodged them. We dodged Frank, King of Kings. Let's go. Let's go. All right, we're up in 10 picks. Jalen Hurts goes at 44. Okay. So this is something to note. Josh Allen goes at 37. A small fall. It's something to note because this could just be a take from just like the whole room standpoint that they're not as high on early QBs or QBs in general. Goes to the Devonta Smith team. Holy shit. That's strong. Oh, CLN's throwing a freaking party right now. I wish I could be there. I didn't get the invite. That's crazy. Devonta Smith. So Devonta Smith typically goes here. So sometimes he's going to fall, obviously. So it's not as crazy. Like it hurts going at 40. It's not as crazy. And now we have the run. And this guy's going Stroud. It feels, I will say, it feels so bad to go Stroud on ADP when you have Lamar falling to 50, when you have Jalen Hurts falling to 44. It's really tough to take Stroud there, in my opinion, for this specific room. Lamar at 50? Oh, man, we were on the wrong side of the board. We're over here with this boring ass build. Everyone else is having fun. I want to have fun. We want to have fun. Watch, Stroud's going to go at 57. We may as well just queue someone up. He's getting sniped. Naked Stroud. Okay. All right. We're back. We're back to having fun. We get a 5-pick fall. Nothing crazy, but we'll take it. This is the portion of the draft where it starts to be like, ooh, that's pretty gross. I'm good with this. This right here. James Cook, if he falls to 63, I guess. Let me check the expos here real quick. I don't think they're going to be high to James Cook just because. Yeah, we have him at 62. Let's take him. He falls a pick past our ranks. Again, staying balanced. 3 receivers through 4 rounds, 2 running backs, QB. This will probably end up a 3 tight end team. And always try to like identify that on the early end, right? Like what do I think that this team's gonna end up build wise? And you'll notice you'll get better and better and be like, oh wow, I was right. That I did have to end up doing that. Do that with every position throughout the draft. And it should change based on every player you take. And if it's a rookie or if it's, a falling value, whatever. Benny's, what's up, man? How was the your cardio draft there? We're up in 14 picks. We need, I wouldn't mind one of these two in this range. We can see if Burrow falls to us and we can go sort of this mini double elite, modified double elite QB, we can call it. We'll create a new tier. I don't think Godwin's going to fall to us, but we can put him on there. I doubt these guys are going to be there. All right. McConkey off the board is 69. 2 drafts in a row. Let's go. Dude, what else do you need? What else do you need? I wish we had a 4-season room for Storms. So relaxing. Evan Ingram off at 70. Being pulled up about 6 picks. Coleman off the board to the Lamar team. Godwin off. The star method. Yeah. Now, when you go into a slow draft, like how many players will you rank? Like if there's like, are you going ahead and like, okay, there's 15 moves, or there's 15 picks into your pick. Are you going ahead and dropping the stars right away? Or do you wait till it gets closer? I always wonder that because my max slow drafts I'll do is like that 12 range I'm comfortable with. I don't like always being on the clock. Now, I will say adding slows is a good way to add volume without taking up all of your freaking time drafting because everyone likes drafting. I think personally I'm a better fast drafter than I am slow drafter, but I will admit some of these slow drafts are wonky. Like you want to mix a couple in because you would think that there's different ADPs. Like you would think the list is different. Like some of those values, and you have people that have 8-10 hours to think about a pick, and they're like, ah, man, 24 picks after ADP on Jonathan Brooks. Like some news must have came out or something. Okay, so I think we do get a little lucky getting Deontay Johnson here. Again, it's just the fear of where the hell is the next receiver on the board. And in my opinion, you're going to see Lockett creep into this range. Let's go. Metal is my new fave. This dude should be head of promotion and marketing for the Pound. The pay, I will say, I gotta warn you, the pay is extremely low. The pay is not good. Tyler at 87. It's like trying to trick me. It's like, take him, take him, take him. Like, no, go away. I'm actually going to try to take JMO here. Oh, it's so tough. For me personally, I think Najee's like such a safer click here. We're doing it. We're bringing in Najee. We have 4 receivers. I'm comfortable with this group. 3 strong running backs, a lot of touches in this backfield. We're already, like with this group, we could stop with 4 different bye weeks too, which helps do that with the hyper fragile build. And at max, right now, at max, this is going to be 5 running backs. At max, in my opinion, this is 2 QBs. And again, we said 3 tight ends. It's still looking like it's going to be 3 tight ends. At this point, it will be 3 tight ends. It's not like we're going to be able to get Njoku. We might be in a position to go Bowers, but it's going to be close. It's going to be close. His ADP is 102, so 106. Najee pick. Where's Felix now? Felix just randomly got a good feeling, just shot through his bones, and he doesn't know why. Happens every time we draft Najee. It's weird. It's a weird connection. I'm starring all the correlation and bringbacks for later, and then just look at the players that are starred in the order of available players. Copy. Nice. I always wondered how people did that with like 100 slows or even 50 slows is a lot. You're probably always on the clock. Little run it running back, which is just not surprising because they're all piled together here. There's no way we get gifted Tyler Lockett on the way back around. There's no way. Okay. Reorder my starred players by ADP, so if I miss a pick, I'm not drafting Goff in the 5th. That's smart. That's smart. So you're going far ahead. Pollard off the board. Njoku off the board. 9 picks away. Let a man dream. Let a man dream. Yeah, I just saw the comment. I just saw it. Doesn't, yeah. No way, because I'll take Lockett if he comes to me. Well, now I have to root against you. That's war. Those are words of war. Nah, I hope he falls to you. But really, I hope he gets taken right now. Right now. Right now. It's an auto pick on Trey Benson. Has this team been on auto this whole time? No. Selected Waddle ahead of ADP. Oof. Okay. We're gonna dip into this tier probably with 2 receivers. Curtis Samuel off the board. He gets him. He gets Lockett. Good for you, man. Good for you. Caleb off the board at 102. Purdy off the board at 103. Good for you. Great. Bindle saying I like the Best Ball After Dark repeat. Yeah, we went on Best Ball After Dark. Was that last night with Overzet? That was a fun time. Good time. Pete's such a good host. So skilled. Follow-up questions. I wish I could rewatch it. But dude, Pete's like mini Netflix. I'm just tempted to boost Shakir here. It doesn't matter. Like we don't have correlation. Let's go Bowers. Let's go Bowers first. We'll take one of these receivers and we'll be happy with this. We'll get our entry at tight end at Brock Bowers at 106. I feel good about that. And again, balance. Perfect balance. Mike Williams off the board. Shakir off the board. At this point, I'm probably Shaheed over Dobbs. I think we have enough. I think Shaheed's spike weeks are bigger than Dobbs, although he had some great games in the playoffs that I think everyone's going to remember him by. But we have pretty good floor with Deontay Johnson, some of these other guys. So we want someone that can spike ahead. Maybe we watch the bye week 12s now too. We just keep an eye on it. That's all. We have 2 players not playing on bye week 12. And then same thing with QB. So, I mean, running back. So it might be a little harder with the flex. Just something to keep an eye on. Pound rules. Oh, Doyle rules. Doyle rules. What are we at? We set it to 60, right? We'll do another draft after this one, another beer at 60 likes. We're at 43. Plenty of time. And there's 113 watching. 60 on the Twitter machine. All they have to do is hit the link, hit the sub, hit the like. Easy game. Yeah, I think the biggest worry for Bowers is obviously landing spot with target competition, Myers, Devontae Adams. What are they going to do with these 2 tight ends now? And then QB. So I mean, there's definitely a lot of worry there, but the fall was definitely warranted. He's close to Dallas Goedert. I may even prefer Goddard a little more over Bowers, but it's close. It's really close. Palmer was a good click for this team. Jamar Chase, Nico, Malik Neighbors, rookie, Ladd, rookie, brings in Curtis Samuel, spike week guy, and then Palmer, who you would think would at least provide a little bit of a floor for those rookies. Dude, Frank wants to punish me. Frank wants another draft so he can get in and snipe me every chance he gets. That's what happens when you're on a lot of the same picks, I guess. That's what happens. There's plenty of time left. I have full faith. I have full faith that you guys won't let me go to bed tonight. Gus Edwards at 118, Tua off the board at 119, Eckler falls to 120, which has been like common. It's interesting. Yo, Davis, what's up? What's up, baby? It's interesting that Eckler's ADP is not later because I feel like I see him always going off the board after ADP. And he has been a steady faller. But again, off the board after ADP. It's a slow fall for him. Dobbs off at 121. That seems like a good spot to scoop Dobbs. Logan says he also has to watch out for his week 12 RBs. Not too bad. The first 2, you have Stevenson. You're hoping Chubb's healthy-ish by week 12. If Chubb can return to 80% of what he was, and let's say he misses, or he either misses or he starts slow for the first month. I don't think he's going to miss 4 games, but let's say in the worst case scenario. But he returns to 80-85% of what he was. Would you mix in 8% Chubb, or do you think he still goes too soon? Let me know in the comments. What are we going to do here? Oh, it goes Brandon Cooks. Tough rooms tonight. Let's go Josh Downs. Let's go Josh Downs. We're not messing around at receiver in this room. I want to draft Chubb so bad, but I just can't. The only correct answer. Davis, I'm totally cool rocking with an 80% Chubb. Oh my. It's crazy. The live chat has been wild tonight. You guys, honestly, you should have been on the roast of Tom Brady. You guys are on fire. There's been some heinous jokes. Will Levis jokes. Heinous jokes. And now we get put in this situation here. We're going to have to go 5 RBs anyways. It's Zach Charbonnet here, or it's Cole Kmet, in my opinion. Let's go Z Sharbs. Let's go Z Sharbs. We only need one more running back in this room. I know. Deshaun Watson sucks, but there's always a but. Deshaun Watson sucks, but he's going to pick 163. I mean, it's fair price. The next QB off the board's Geno. In my opinion, he shouldn't be going behind Baker. Watson still has the higher ceiling. Now I have to check this. Let's pull this up. We're going to see it live. Yeah, I mean, he looked like shit last year, but still, from a fantasy perspective, this is gross, right? But he gets in the end zone and he finishes as QB5 week 1. 154 yards. I know. Disgusting. 5.3. Gross. He has another QB1 finish with a fumble, 2 touchdowns. He has a QB8 finish, a QB14 finish. I'm okay with grabbing players like this in best ball where they spike for a certain amount of weeks. And this is a good amount of spike weeks for someone that's going off the board as QB 22. He had 2 finishes worse than that, and he had 4 finishes better than that with a top 5 finish. And it's not his ceiling. Like, he has a higher ceiling than 21. So I'm gonna have way over 8% Deshaun Watson in this range. I think he should be going by Staffy, but that's just me. I agree. He sucks. I don't know what it is about the draft community just completely fading him. They add, I don't know if this moves the needle at all for anyone in the live stream, but they add Jerry Jeudy. Like, yeah, James Cook is 63. That's where we start to play ball with him. CLN having a good draft. Can't wait to check this one out. Just need to have it end as planned. Oh yeah. Story of my life. Crowd's gonna take that one the wrong way. Already know. Hey Mike, what's going on, dude? Welcome to the live stream. My man. All right. I have an eye on Maybe I should even have an eye on anyone. We got 3 pounders picking before us. Algiers off the board? Damn, Algier before Ford. That's interesting. And I'm super high on Algier. Damn, Jerome Ford actually seems really good for CLN's team. Come on now, baby. Oh, God, back to back. You just knew it. You knew. You knew the Pounders were going to punish me. Just knew it. Mike's at 42%. Nick Chubb, BBM. Yeah, the receivers flew off. It's not overly surprising. Let's go Hunter Henry here. Let's go Hunter Henry, and now we think. We have Derek Carr as a late pick. We have Bryce Young as a late pick. I also don't mind just going like naked Deshaun Watson and getting one of these outcome games where he scores a touchdown. Look at this fumble. 3, 4, 5 fumbles through 6 games. Wow. All right, we're on the clock. Deshaun Watson off the board. No longer have to worry about that. God, the Adam Thielen click. I haven't done it in so long. Maybe we just bring in Antonio Gibson here and we say, hey, screw it. We're done at running back. And we have our little mini with New England. That's what we're going to do. It's what we're going to do. We're done at RB. I like the group. Stroud and Bryce Young feels a little thin. Metal says Derek Carr over Young. I want to say that too, but we have so much data on Derek Carr just not being a crazy good spike week type QB. Years and years. Bryce Young, we don't know. It's like it's the unknown. And I like to lean into the unknown. I know we can bring in another stack partner with New Orleans, especially because Frank isn't in this room. Derek Carr in the playoffs did work. Good shout. Let's have a peek. Let's have a peek. Derek Carr saved his best week for week 18. That is so troll. That is so troll. Oh, man. That's just so funny to see. I'm cool with Derek Carr, but of course, Rodgers doesn't fall the 25 picks in this room. Where did we need to go Rodgers if we wanted him at 160? Oh, dudes, I completely fucked up. Like 100%. This 100% should have been Rodgers. Completely forgot that we had Garrett Wilson. 100%. Mistake identified. I don't think anyone caught it in the live stream. Mistake identified. The master in the live stream. What's up, man? New to the channel. Today, use some advice for the weekly winners contest. Glad that helped. I mainly did it because the puppy was filling. I told Pete this last night. Like, puppy was filling. I didn't want to just keep slamming best ball mania drafts. I want to spread them out throughout the whole summer. And on top of that, like I want to do the majority when we have more news. So I went ahead and I pulled the research, and I was pretty surprised what I found. Wow. It's only an 8-pick slide on Rodgers. His ADP has actually been falling a little bit. Yeah, week 17. Who'd they play? They played Tampa Bay. New Orleans played Tampa Bay, I think. I can't get like the week 17 matchups out of my head from last year. It's probably that weird tattoo I got. What are we doing here with Staffy? It's 32 picks. Is someone gonna... This team can't take him. I hope he does, but he shouldn't. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. We got the spoons out. Literally all the spoons. All the spoons. All the spoons. 32 picks after ADP. I don't care. I don't care. Just using them as a strict advance rate piece. And we've seen crazier things happen with pocket passing QBs. I mean, I have the stats on weekly winners of pocket passing QBs unstacked that have hit first place or top 10. And that's in a tournament that was 212,000 last year. Weirder things can happen in a final of 539. The value is just... I can comfortably stop at 2 QBs and be completely happy. Can also bring in the double stack here. Obviously, you're not wanting them both to spike for week 17, but you could have a flat week at tight end. I just like Conklin in the spot. We could also do it with Fant or Jonnu. We let Jesus take the wheel there. We tried making a quick switch at the end. We tried letting just... Underdog decided on that one. Underdog decided. This team's super balanced. Like, one more receiver and this team's wrapped up in a bow. Wrapped up in a bow. 47 likes, 62 people on the live stream. We're 13 likes away from doing another draft. If you want to see another one, make sure you hit the like. We have 2.5 rounds left. Two and a half. Davis sends me a DM. I got you, boy. I got you. Yeah, that's... You caught me. You caught me. You caught me. Yeah, like, Staffy, like, I don't... You still have to advance. It's the most important, in my opinion, is if you focus your advance rates, everything else will avalanche after that. Can we get Demarcus Robinson to fall back to us is the question. Like, this is kind of the hope that we get Demarcus Robinson to fall back. If it doesn't happen, it's not gonna pain me too much. A.G. Perry's interesting. Jalen Hyatt's interesting. Rondell Moore to maybe leverage the London Pitts teams would be interesting. DJ Chark, I've been clicking a little bit. I don't have too many shares in Jesus. Like, this is the range where you do have to start thinking about Adam Thielen. It's crazy. We have 2 picks left. I feel like my team's strong enough to just like I'm good with one more. We'll add 2 more receivers to this group, and it feels pretty good. This feels pretty good. A.T. Perry off the board early. Okay, Thielen finally off the board at 196. 32 picks after ADP. Can you hear my chair squeaking? It's this shit's so squeaky. Daniel Jones off the board at 197. Derek Carr off the board. These late value QBs. We'll see about Daniel Jones if he could stay healthy. But Derek Carr, in my opinion, is a pretty crazy value starting QB. Give us Demarcus Robinson. Oh shit! Frank bought a membership for someone. Who's it go to? DQ sneaking in here in the live stream. DQ gets the membership from Frank. Thanks, Frank. 51 likes. So what? Were we 9 away? 8 away. 8 likes away. I don't think I've liked the stream yet. Let me go ahead and like it. Try my best. Dudes, we get Demarcus Robinson to fall to us. The Staffy pick is now fully justified. Get rid of. I might have to ban Logan. He's spreading fake news, putting the naked emoji up here. No. Actually, we gotta switch it. We gotta switch it to the big brain emoji. That's the back stack you need for week 17. Oh my god. We'll take it though. We'll take it. We don't have a week 17 correlation with the Rams because they're playing Arizona. But they do play the Jets week 16, and we have Garrett Wilson. So that's fun. Also, we have Conklin. That's very fun. 1, 2, 3, 4 people not. I'm cool with Rondell Moore here. If he has a spike week or two, I think we're happy with that. I think the real upside is if there's an injury in Atlanta, but should see some playing time. I'm gonna mix him in. Again, the players he leverages are all high picks in Pitts, Bijan, and London if he were to steal a touchdown or two in a game. Obviously, stealing 2 touchdowns for anyone that goes in this range is far-fetched. DQ with the thanks. Big boss stuff from Frank here. Big boss stuff. Oh, shit. Oh, no, it's actually happening. It's actually happening. We're at 59 likes. I thought I was going to sleep. Okay. All right. We're going to review the teams. We need one more like. Like, it's obviously. Fuck. What do you guys want to see? Do you guys want to see weekly winners or BBM? There's going to be someone in the chat. I want to see the fucking Mastiff. Yeah, me too. All right, let's pull this one up. I have to mark this one. This is the team that I did with Steph the other day. Let's just mark this real quick. This was 5, I believe 23. All right, let's pull this up. Okay, one person said weekly winners. One person said a limb. BBM. Weekly winners, limb. Weekly winners, BBM, palm. Weekly winners, Next one to get 2 in a row gets it. All right. Dealer's choice. Oh, you guys are crazy. Jalen Hurts, McCarthy, and Daniel Jones is strong. I don't think you need the third QB, but a little backstack with Slayton. I don't know if that's worth the third QB. David Montgomery, Warren, Williams, Ford, and Herbert. I'm okay if this third QB is a running back, but I think you can lean into this group. It's like a 0 RB group. Modified 0, starting with Montgomery. So like modified anchor, I guess you could call it. I would like a 6th for this room, but nice little scoop on Jerome Ford falling to 149. That definitely helps the room. Jefferson, Adams, Smith, Terry McLaurin, Tyler Lockett, Wicks, Corley, and Slayton with Kittle and Hawkinson. Hawkinson at 140. Yeah, I won't take Hawk before. I won't even think about him before like 138 range. So leaning into Kittle. I think it's also important that Kittle's bye week is 9. You expect Hawkinson to be back by then. $100 sit and goes. I love cash games. I love cash games. Like sneakily. I got into Underdog by crushing cash games. Like 44% ROI. Like flex the ROI. Just drafting the best player no matter what pick you're at. Not based on correlation, not based on, week 15 stacks. I have a soft spot for cash games. It's also really good bankroll management. Caleb, Will Levis, and Derek Carr. Beautiful. Beautiful. Taylor, Walker, Swift, Chase Brown, and Marshawn Lloyd. Beautiful. Ooh. This is nice. This is like, in my opinion, like value city. I think he hit it perfect with the draft capital here. Amon-Ra, DK, Kirk, Keenan Allen, DeAndre Hopkins, Jacoby Myers, and Mooney. Duan Johnson, Chig, and Darren Waller. See, I think we can wait on the Waller click. If he's playing, of course, he's going to rise, right? If we get the news that he's playing, he's going to rise. But I don't think we should be. I think we should be clicking him just in case it's a 0. It's so early in the offseason to take a 0. And there's a high risk with him, not at OTAs. And he's like making TikToks and shit. It's just not a good situation. Who, honestly, at this, not even Theo Johnson, because again, the small chance, in my opinion, that Waller doesn't retire. I think we just have time to look at that situation before we make a pick. Jelani Woods, I think is decent in this range at 211, but again, you're leaning into Waller playing in this one, and I largely like this draft. It does make sense that you're weak at tight end because everywhere else is so solid. So it makes sense. The 3 tight ends is definitely the right capital. Purdy and Goff, I'm cool with that pairing. Bijan, Etienne, Stevenson, Nick Half-Chubb, Rashawn Johnson, Bucky Irving, Keaton Mitchell. Ooh, man, too much capital. Too much. You got 3 running backs by 79. You pull in Nick Chubb, which he can miss. He can miss the first 4 weeks, and you'd still be fine with this group. Rashawn and Bucky Irving. 13 picks after ADP. We'll see if there was a luxury pick in here somewhere. Ayuk, oh dear. Reed's the second receiver. Ridley, Jamo, Roman, Burton, and Walker. Ooh, I would need more. I would need more with this group just from a draft capital standpoint. Laporta and Fant, I'm good with that pairing. Nice little pair there with Jared Goff, with JMO as well. I don't think we need Keaton Mitchell. I think when you go Nick Chubb here, right, you almost have to stop at 5. How many times is Keaton Mitchell going to spike ahead of like Nick Chubb once he's healthy, Stevenson, Etienne, and Bijan? Like Keaton Mitchell's coming back from injury. And even if you're this high on Rashawn at 162, I think you have to lean into that capital that you spent on Rashawn. You're saying he's worth a pick at 162, so I think it should show in the draft capital. Don't know what happened to the camera. We'll fix the camera in a sec. Bucky Irving and Keaton Mitchell. Yeah. I think I like the team. It's just you could have gone 2-5-9-2, and I think it would have been much stronger. Let me fix this. Let's jump into a draft, and I'll reset the camera real quick. I don't know what's been going on with this thing. I think it's actually the USB port it's plugged into. Did we just 12 out of 12 it? Oh, I think I just snuck in here without anyone else. Oh, you guys are going to see you guys are going to see a strong team. I promise. I promise. No pounders in this one? Huh. We'll give it the old 3-second unplug. Plug it back in. If this doesn't work, maybe we actually buy a legit camera. Unfortunately, it worked. More like fortunately. Oh, I'm so excited. And we get pick 6 again. Like, so close. So close. We're on the front half. It's positive. We got to be positive here. All right. Now we're ripping a noon. And you collector. Dude, I swear to God, all the jokes are coming out tonight. Everyone's had a good Memorial Day weekend so far, I could tell. Maybe not if you're here with me, but I took Waller in the 18th one of my drafts, risky AF. Yeah, I think we could just wait on it. I don't see a large reason to go ahead and make a stand on that. Frank wanted revenge for missing the last draft. We sneak into 2 drafts without Frank. 2 drafts. I'm so happy. I am so happy. All right. Imagine being able to get one of Tyreek, Justin Jefferson, or Amon-Ra. Give us Tyreek at 6. There's no chance. There's no chance this guy gives us Tyreek at 6 unless he came into this draft like, I want Breece Hall no matter what. Yeah, I mean, let's go wide receiver first here. let's go Amon-Ra. Cheers, everyone. Yeah, that he slow rolled me too. He literally flipped the nuts. Last second picks Tyreek at 5. It's okay. Sneaky. We're in for a master class. That's hysterical. Top tier. Bijan, Breece Hall, Puka. Nothing crazy besides Tyreek going at 5, which is not that crazy. If he went at 6, that'd have been cool. That'd have been very cool. See what comes back to us at 19. A little mute there. A little quick mute right before the cough. Nothing crazy. Pro move. Coming back to us. Guys, is anyone else sketched out about Olave at 17? Am I the only one? That's cool. Wabi and James are in a palm together. Am I the only one sketched out by Chris Olave at 17? It's also weird because like where we're drafting Derek Carr, it's like, yeah, we have no faith in Derek Carr. I won't draft him till pick 200, but I'll take Olave in the second round. It's like just sort of sketches me. Let me check my exposure to Olave right now. We have none through 15, 16 drafts. And that trend continues. Ayuk off the board. We can go double receiver here. Let's bring in Debo. Detroit has San Fran as well, week 17. So I do like targeting this matchup. It's one of the more fun week 17 matchups, in my opinion. Even like Gibbs, right? Gibbs and Ayuk at like pick 12 and 13, I think will be more common. Maybe it'll switch to like Gibbs, Debo to get a little different pairing for week 17 if you're lucky enough to make it there. Just another way to get different and hit that same matchup. Nico and Jefferson, Waddle and Jamar Chase. Another drafter bringing Waddle into the second round. You're gonna see him rise. He's still rising. It's too bad. Like, how much Waddle do I have? I still have 25% Waddle. I still have him 4 through 16, and this is you just saw 2 drafts on the back, so I do try to heavily target him. Let me pull up. Let's see my first BBM draft. Oh shit. I haven't looked back at my BBM drafts. Let's go. We actually get a Devonta Smith team. Yep. Scoop. The first thing I see is Patrick Mahomes and Tua sharing a bye week. Like, sick. Christian McCaffrey, Achane, Zamir White at 96, Najee Harris at 97. Not bad. These were the times where it was like, hey, you reached on Keon Coleman. I remember getting this is the second BBM draft. I remember specifics in the comments. Like, you reached on Ladd and Keon Coleman. Like, why are you drafting early? Like, sir, because their ADP is going to fly above that in less than a week. So, yes, you get the biggest advantage by drafting early, but you also have to know where you have to pick them in order to get them versus other drafters. So getting some crazy closing line value on these two. And obviously we got Waddle here. Interesting with Lamar too in the Miami double stack. We saw that work 2 years ago. It was Miami versus Baltimore when Waddle and Hill went off. Tua went off, but Lamar was still the optimal QB. TCal says he's out on Olave. Olave and Wilson sketch me out. think Wilson should be a late second round pick. Interesting. I find two 49ers on top of each other to be pretty insane. Give me ETN, please. I don't mind the Higgins pick. If ETN's not there, do we just go Lamar? Or Pacheco? Like, I like Pacheco too. And Pacheco is someone that we're ahead of ADP on, but he's getting close. Trey McBride off the board. All good things. Yeah, we have Pacheco at 41. We've had him there for a while. This will be interesting what this guy does. He basically needs to go receiver here, in my opinion. Not picking again till 55. Like, you're hoping Terry McLaurin's on the board. That's dangerous. Is he on auto? Nope. He autoed that one, though, I think. Fuck it. Let's go Lamar. Let's live a little bit. Maybe we get Mark Andrews to fall back to us, too, at 54. Amari Cooper off the board. We pissed in this one, too. Stroud off the board at 45. Stroud? Oh, God. He just seems expensive. I don't want to say it because I don't fully believe this. It seems sort of relative to T-Law last year. Like that huge ADP climb after a good rookie season. Like, I get it. They got Diggs. They bring in Mixon. The offense is going to be awesome. But let me pull up Stroud. He had one crazy game. He actually had two very good games. He had two games above 30 points. I'll pull it up so everyone can see it real quick before a pick. He had this game against Tampa Bay, 42 points, 5 touchdowns. He had this game, 31 points. Now, like this, yeah, he ended his QB9, but not enough. Like, the separation is not crazy at 20 points. So, like, games that separate, that's what I care about. And I see 2. At that ADP, you probably want to see more than that. All right. If you're going to be giving me Josh Jacobs at 54, like, this is. I want to be a spoon, though. I want to be a spoon. Okay. Let's bring in Joe Mixon here. We'll directly leverage the Stroud teams. And Nico. And Tank. And Diggs. Feels bad, though. Back-to-back clicks. Has this guy isn't even on auto. He just let it tick down. He, like, didn't want to click Jacobs. Or he's, like, pissing. That's rough. Meet, welcome to the live stream. Says, I get the Olave thesis. Young receiver. High average depth of target. Loss of targets. Concentrated offense. I take him, but I honestly prefer Nico Adams. Well, yeah. Yeah. And you have to pick. You, like, have to decide if you want to be higher on those players you just named that go after him. What players are you comfortable sacrificing, being maybe a little lower on? This username is just, I'm surprised Underdog doesn't have a limit. Like, this is just, to have 2 players' names in here that are so long, I can only see like 6 names on the draft board. Yeah. Yeah. It's really the digs hype too, but he was expensive in the big board. And I think it's not, I don't really have a problem with Stroud. It's just like he goes so close to Lamar that that's sort of where I have the trouble. And like, yeah, I'll pull up Lamar's and he has like 28, 28, 34, 24, 32, 36, like a lot of games at or near 30. Like that's what I want from someone going at pick 40 or 45. It's Stroud, I think, goes too close to Lamar. It's 8 picks, 10 picks. Are we just can't get any value in this room, you know? Just a bunch of spoons. This is a gross spot. People might not agree with it. We have our 3 strong receivers. Let's bring in Ingram here. We're 10 picks away. I'm okay with my next pick even being a running back, to be honest. I'm okay with it being one of these 3. We could also go Brian Thomas Jr., get a double stack, maybe bring in T-Law at what? 115? 115? 5 picks before ADP. That could match up really nice. So that's an option as well, something to keep in mind. Obviously, that allows us to stop at 2 QBs. We get to shore up a little bit more at receiver, so I do like that better than running back. Let's see if he's still on the board. See if he's still on the board. No, he just goes he goes before Addison, Coleman, and Godwin. Damn, bro. All right. If you guys are just joining us, go down, slap the like on the live stream. We're going to be doing a 24-hour live stream. We can hit 2K subs before NFL kickoff, and we're on pace. So go down, hit the sub button. A-Rod saying, my first 4 picks in the Eliminator earlier were Wilson, Olave, Metcalf, Flowers. Don't feel confident about it. I don't hate it. I feel like the Eliminator, and I haven't dove into that contest yet because I was pulling data for weekly winners. If you guys haven't seen those videos, those are posted on the YouTube channel. Data-driven weekly winner strategy. I feel like you want to lean into either hero running back build or double anchor, and I'm probably going to lean double anchor for the elim. But again, I haven't dove into that contest too much yet. This is sort of what we're looking at here. At pick 91, it's important to look ahead too. Like there's no receivers here. So are we okay with going D-Hop here or Christian Watson and then just grabbing maybe Najee falls, maybe Brooks falls, maybe Warren, Tony Pollard? I'm more of a Chase stan, but I appreciate you, dude. I appreciate you. Let's go D-Hop here. Let's go D-Hop. Let's shore up the receiver room. Again, we went a mid-tier. He's an early mid-tier tight end. In Ingram, we went elite QB. I think we have to catch up at wide receiver here. And there's going to be plenty of running backs in this 91 to 102 range that we're comfortable dancing around. I don't think those guys are going to be on the board, but if they are. Dude, fresh out of fucking, like, Levis is ready for this team, man. Ready, absolutely ready. Kyler off the board at 80. What's crazy is we don't have to review any teams. Is this coach from Bindle's stream? Look at this. You have names overlapping. That's Bush. That's Bush League. And I'm over here with the super long name too. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It's under 16. It's under 16. It's reasonable. Over here, this dude's got a sentence. Like, this is probably his password to his 401k. Herbert Rogers Carr, I like that combo. I like that combo a lot. I think 3 QB teams, 3 tight end teams. You could lean into 2 with certain combos, obviously. But 3 QB teams, of course, depends on the combos as well. But with the bye weeks and stuff, I'm going to be diving into the week 17 last year for the eliminator, and I'll pull some stats and see what the most prevalent roster constructions were. Do we try to fuck up our own draft and go Jake Ferguson if he falls? I mean, they're trying to give me Ferguson here. They're trying. And then what's the difference? I think it needs to be RB here. Because we have a chance to get Njoku back at 102. And there's a teardrop after Warren, Pollard, Moss, most that are off. The next person on the board is Benson and this crew. I'm actually okay with Singletary, though. Let's go 2 RBs in this range. Let's stick to the plan. Let's go TP. Something to wipe our butts with. Peng says the amount of people who wish they had 3 QBs last year after all the injuries is a core memory. Yeah, and I'm not saying for that reason. It ups your floor, right? Having that third QB is going to raise your floor on a week-to-week basis, especially through the bye weeks. The injuries obviously happen too, but the eliminator is like the contest for floor. Like high floor, obviously. You want high floor. At the same point, you want to try to correlate week 17 because there's still a playoff aspect, which makes it a fun contest. I had a lot of fun last year drafting it. It came out very late in the draft season, and we actually had some pretty good strategy videos for that. I think we're pretty spot on, but now I have to do a little research on what finished. Yeah, Ferguson in the 90s is nice. I almost fell for it. I wanted to do it. But let's sure up RB here. Comes back around to us at 115, and we're looking at like Shaheed, hopefully, or Palmer, even Myers. Shaheed off the board at 97. Holy shit! But yeah, that was spot on. His ADP is 114. Oh, it came crashing down. So fast. RIP. All right. We're going to leave this draft room with a Miami running back, which doesn't seem like a bad strategy. Although Jalen Wright, over under, people in the comments, over under Jalen Wright averaging 5.5 touches this year. Curious, over under, how do you think he gets 5.5 touches, more or less, on average? Because I sort of lean under. Have I looked into which structures have the highest weekly floor? Under. Yeah. Which makes pick 147 feel expensive. Now I'm glad Marshawn Lloyd passed him. Kendra Miller finally passed him. He probably should be going behind Ray Davis and Algier too. I have Algier ranked at like 143 though. So someone definitely a dad. Guaranteed a dad. Such a dad joke. Up in 5 picks. We still have to save this draft here. We need to start clicking receivers. This guy's got 5 running backs though, which makes our team feel a little better. We have Purdy still on the board too. Do we risk it and try to get Myers or Palmer at 126? Because I want one of these two. Ayuk team is to our right, so and he has 2 QBs. Obviously, the CMC team's always a risk to take Purdy, and then Kittle is to our right. I think we try to push Purdy, but the only thing is Myers and Palmer go so far down the board. Let's see, 5 receivers. This team only has 3. 6, 5. These teams should be slapping running backs. He goes Hawk. We need one of these two. We need one of these two. We can still get T-Law. Okay. We can still get T-Law with Ingram if Purdy gets sniped. And that I feel better about. Giving the split decision to that makes sense. And even then, like Chase Brown, like not Tajay because we have Tony Pollard, but Chase Brown, we have a team that could support Chubb potentially. Eckler's not my favorite click, but he's falling at least, he's falling at least to a range that makes sense. I still have him a little bit down the board, but he's closer to where we have him ranked. Yeah, you're seeing it in full effect. We're taking chances, driving fast, taking chances. Okay. Kirk Drafter takes T-Law. This guy with 0 QBs. Does he punish us in front of everyone? Or do we successfully push Purdy 20 picks? One man stands in our way. One guy. Just one pal. He slow rolled us before, so I'm expecting the slow roll. Jacobs at 53. I hate that. The wait 30 seconds, and we successfully pushed Purdy 20 picks, which is nice. We had a small reach on Myers, too. Yeah, the sweat, like, was that necessary? Was that necessary? All right, we feel good about that now. Feel really, really good about that. We're obviously done at QB. Our running backs are pretty good. We still need to catch up at receiver, but I like Debo. We have a nice spike week player with Debo, Devonta Williams, even D-Hop has a high ceiling. Amon-Ra being high floor, also high ceiling. Myers, more of a floor type guy, especially with the addition of Bowers. And then Ingram. So like very balanced. We have a mix of floor and ceiling on this team. There's no way we get Chase Brown to fall back to us. Let's do something like that. Receivers, let's do something like... I'm out on Wicks. I feel like everyone's in on Wicks and I'm out on Wicks. And it's okay. It's okay. I just sort of accepted it. If it hits, it hits. But goddamn, you're gonna have to get through the other 7 people that are being drafted on Green Bay's offense. It's crazy. Bruce, welcome to the live stream. Add stay away from week 5 by wide receivers. It's so crowded. Remember when, if you guys were drafting on the big board, Kraft, Musgrave were both going in the top 200 picks. Wicks, Dobbs, Watson, Reed. It's like, come on, guys. What are we doing? They add depth to the running back room. This guy shouldn't be going RB. This guy shouldn't be going RB. These two don't have to go RB, but could. And this guy seriously could. We could get Chase Brown here. Chase Brown here would be sick. 3 picks away. 2 picks away. Push another player 20 picks would be absolutely disgusting. Lean in on Bijan and Travis. This guy should certainly take Chase Brown, like without a doubt. But he's such a Pat Fry fan, and TJ Hawkinson's not playing until week 8, so he's probably gonna go Pat Fry. This guy just queues up. I'm convinced he just queues. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my god. That's gross. This is criminal. This is criminal. Now we're going to bring it back with maybe a mini stack in Jermaine Burton. We'll see if these two are on the board. Wow. Wow. He's got 2 running backs. He's got TJ Hawkinson at tight end, and he brings in Mooney. Oh, shit. I love these rooms that don't have the pounders in them. I got to say, this is how my typical day goes when I'm drafting alone. Obviously not getting back-to-back 20 pick values on players, but getting players that I want at better prices so much easier when people don't have your rankings in the draft room. If you guys are interested in the draft rankings, links in the description for the YouTube memberships as well as the Patreon. Jermaine Burton. Yeah. After those running backs come off, and there's still a chance to get Algier here at 163, it makes me want to go receiver here. Ooh, Burton off the board. Sniper in the building. Hunter Henry also falls to us in this range. And I'm okay with stopping with Hunter Henry and Ingram and just leaning into those two. Okay, we get Roman Wilson. We have Purdy. I still want to lean into Debo Capital. I still want to lean into the Debo Capital. Debo's a nice click for several reasons too. Like, we know he's a player that can potentially steal rushing touchdowns from CMC. So in a way, like, Debo's leveraging CMC more than Ayuk does. Just because of his role, like, rushing the ball. Oops, spider on the table. Spider on the table. RIP. Oh, it got away. Swear to God, it got away. It's gone. It's under. It's under the tower. It's under the tower. That's hysterical. What a huge fail. I'm glad you guys didn't see that one. I forgot. Like, we got to get the spoons out. Just have to. Back-to-back 20 pick scoops. Just, that's what we're about. That's what we're about. Give me one of Algier or Hunter Henry here, and I'll be a very happy streamer. Dare I say this draft's getting thrown out? People just adding me and hope. Like, this man got a round and a half of value and he was streaming. Clearly he's cheating. Damn, you guys crushed it on the subbies tonight. I appreciate you guys so much. I didn't even check till just now. Absolutely slapped the subscribe button. Ooh. See? This is, in my opinion, sharp. Hunter Henry above Ben Sinnott. It's like, ooh, Ben Sinnott could be so good. He might be Hunter Henry. Ah, all right. Now maybe we go Ben Sinnott. 10 picks after ADP. Juwan Johnson. We're sort of entering 3 tight end territory. Watch this guy not go running back here. He goes Ray Davis. I think that's a good click for him. Let's go Bucky here. Let's go Bucky. It's going to help us decide what we do at the end of the draft. We can go 2 receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back, or we can go 0 running backs, lean into this, 2 receivers, 2 tight ends. That's an option. I almost want to do that. Lean into Joe Mixon, Tony Pollard, this like makeshift late double anchor with Mostert, Chase Brown, 20 picks after ADP. So I think we can sort of lean into some of this value that we got on some of these players here. Receivers are not in bad shape right now too. It's like we went 3 receivers in a row to start. If Ben Sinnott falls to us to 174, I'll report my own team. I'll report my own squad right on Twitter. This guy's got 3 tight ends. This guy has 2. This one has 2. I'm not taking a 3rd tight end with that pairing. Are you ever taking a 4th tight end? There's a good chance we get another player 20 picks after ADP. Oh, shit. If not, maybe we just go K-Dot in here. I'm sorry. It's not like this. Don't try this at home. Where is it? Where's it? All three spoons. Each one for 20 picks after ADP. All 3 20 picks after ADP. Shit. I got sent to fall to the 170s. Too many people buying the full. Yeah. I don't. There's not another Laporta this year. There's there's not someone that is going to spike tight end one territory as much as he did as a rookie this year. They're not there. They didn't fall in the right systems. Like Sinnott in Washington, Laporta had the nuts landing spot with a pocket passing QB, high powered offense, Josh Reynolds as the third or second favorite target, like JMO starting slow. Like he hit the nuts. He hit a royal flush. Like you're not supposed to see that shit often. Where do we have Benson in the ranks? Take a peek at that after. Theo Johnson can break the top 10. That'd be interesting. Ben says, holy shit, we're still live. Yeah, we're still ripping, man. We're still ripping. Everyone came out. Everyone's hitting the sub. Everyone's hitting the like. Like, we're going to put on a show. We're going to put on a show. Luke McCaffrey and Drake May with Hunter Henry. Nice little pairing there. Ricky Pearsall, Zach Charbonnet, Dowdle, Goddard, Trey Benson, Rashee Rice, Stevenson, Worthy, Kenneth Walker. This is a nicely balanced team. Does anyone else think Benson goes too early? Benson, I would like to have more Benson because I liked him as a rookie, or as a prospect. I just don't think the landing spot was amazing. Like drafting him where he is, you're like, oh yeah, like James Conner is going to get hurt, which probably true. Probably misses 4 games like he does every year, but James Conner was a beast last year towards the end of the season. Five weeks in a row. Let me see. Yeah, 5 weeks in a row as an RB1, top 12 RB. 4 of those weeks as a top 5 RB in fantasy points per game. Ooh. Marvin Mims? 16 picks after ADP? Does that fancy anybody in the live stream? Fancies me. God damn. I'm not even super high on Mims, but 187 feels good for a prototype spike week player. 187 feels good. Yeah, I bet. He hit an absolute heater. I believe he was on my Dalmatian team that came in 4th. It's the 101 entry, like 1,080 people. That's such a fun contest. Here's the James Conner last 5 weeks, 22.5, 16.4, 19.7, 25.8, and 28.4. This is week 18, but 25.8. 26 carries, 25 carries, like handling a good workload. But again, like, James Conner is going to miss those 4 games at some point during the season. It's inevitable. Tolbert at 194 must have really wanted Tolbert here. Stacked, so it makes sense. I'm fine with that. We can go many different directions with this. We could lean into this wide receiver group. The thing is, by week 5 could be fucking rough. Having to start Debo, Myers in one of these 2. That's a tough week to have 3 of your top 4 receivers out and stop at 7. That's sort of worrisome. Who's on the board for tight ends? we're balanced. Like I think we can take it's either tight end receiver or running back receiver. So we'll go Foreman here. Yeah. And this is probably the bullish take on Benson. He doesn't have the same speed as HN, but he does make explosive plays. It's just with Connor there, with Kyler rushing QB, I don't get as excited about the RB2 in that type of offense. And where he's priced, we're drafting Benson ahead of starting running backs. Like, where's Benson? He went off the board before Gus, which I'm cool with, honestly. I think Gus should be closer to Zeke. I said this earlier on the weekly winner stream. Like, Zeke's going to get third down work. He's good in pass pro. So he can get the same amount of yards in a game as Gus, except he can add 3-4 catches to that game. Devin Singletary, Brian Robinson, I have over Benson. But like, if you want to put him behind those two, I'm fine with it. I think just where he goes and the people that go, the running backs that go after him, I have a tough time grabbing Benson shares right now. And I hope that changes at some point this offseason. Meat says he should go by Chase Brown, and I would have a lot more shares of Benson if he went by Chase. Yeah. Should Gus be closer to Zeke or Zeke be closer to Gus? And no one wants to click Zeke. I don't know why people want to click Gus. I mean, leaning into the coach and wanting to run the ball, but yeah, Zeke, he feels gross. Every time you click him, he feels gross. It's probably a decent click, though. It's probably a decent click. I took my first share. I think the spider that I failed to kill just zapped me. It just got me. It's okay. If I turn a Spider-Man on stream, we're going to the moon. So there's that. I drafted Zeke for the first time off season on stream in the $100 biggest board. And I'll pull up that team. We're on the clock. What are we doing here? We're going receiver. Sharks there. Perry. Let's go Perry here. By week 12, it's not a 5. Not that I overly care about that. Who saw the speed on that? We have Lamar. Let me see if Devontae Walker is still somehow on the board. Uncue the 2 wide receivers on the board and get Devontae Walker. The replay on that is going to be epic. Like, I might just need to clip that and send that to ESPN Top 10. That was athletic. That's as athletic as you can get in the draft room right there. Drew, welcome to the live stream, man. Welcome to the live stream. Are you making those plus EV pick'em lines for everyone in the Discord? If you guys aren't in the Discord and you want someone that subscribes to a website like Odds Jams and posts the lines for you, jump into the Discord. The link's in the description. It's also where all the pounders hang out off stream. Wow. The speed, the agility, the vigilance. So we end up with Lamar and Purdy. I like that pairing a lot, especially when you get this discount. Mixon, Pollard, Mostert, Chase Brown, Bucky, and Foreman. Like, we're having fun here. Amon-Ra, Debo, Devonta Smith, DeAndre Hopkins, Jacoby Myers, Roman Wilson, Marvin Mims, 16 picks after. Devontae Walker, slide. Ingram, and then the Ben Sinnott, 20 picks after. to pair with the Chase Brown 20 picks after. We could have leaned into this. We end up getting a luxury pick at the end of the draft. It could have been a running back. It could have been a tight end. We got Ben Sinnott to fall 20 picks, so let's lean into that. Just like we could have leaned into the 20 pick slide on Chase Brown. So it ends up being a luxury pick. And sometimes you just have to look at who's available and who you think is going to give you the best chance to spike into the lineup. And for me, I think that was Donta Foreman. Plane landed. It took it took 3 drafts, but we got there. I appreciate everyone coming out tonight, slapping the like, hitting the sub. We're going to be getting this 24-hour live stream at 2K subs. It's going to happen. I appreciate you guys coming out. This was a long one. This was, what did we do? 3 drafts, Bestball Manias. So if you enjoyed it on the way out, hit the like, and I'll catch everyone into the Discord. The link is in the chat. So we'll see you guys there. Maybe we'll get one more draft in tonight off stream. Have a good night, Pounders.